And when Kamehameha first conquered the islands, Kailua was the capital of the Kingdom of Hawaii. He's from the Big Island. Later on, it was moved to Lahaina, over on Maui. During the whaling days, there's the whaling ships. A lot of action in Lahaina in those days, so the capital was over there. And then it moved to Honolulu. The palace in Oahu had power before the White House did. Electricity before the White House.
How do you generate power in Hawaii?
Mostly from burning diesel fuel. And that gives Hawaii the highest power cost in the country. What are you paying back home per kilowatt? Any idea? How many cents? Well, the national average is 11 cents per kilowatt. So you go to the store, you buy a new TV or a new dishwasher, and it has that dollar cost per year on the sticker. That's a base on 11 cents per kilowatt. We're paying about 45 cents per kilowatt in Hawaii. Yeah. That was my first sticker shock moment when I moved to Hawaii. My first electric bill. I thought I was wrong. I was like, I got it. I was like, nah, this can't be right. This was the guy who lived here before me. This is his bill. But nope, it was right.
Your gas is a little bit expensive.
Everything in Hawaii is more expensive than anywhere else in the country for the most part. Outside of major cities like Chicago, San Francisco, our real estate is much higher. Groceries are higher, gas is higher, everything's higher, because everything in Hawaii is imported. You want to build a house in Hawaii, every board foot you're going to plan on building is more expensive than a board foot in the mainland. Cement. My friend builds houses for a living. So it's like everything you buy here just costs more than it does in the mainland. So when he goes to the mainland and he's what they're charging per square foot, he says those guys are all crooks. Because what they're paying for their supplies and what they're charging you for is outlandish, in his opinion. Yeah, Hawaii was ranked the worst state to make a living in last year. But we're also the least stressed state in the country. We're one of the happiest states in the country. And one of the healthiest states in the country. So all that with having no money. You have to adjust your lifestyle when you live in Hawaii. Or work a lot, one or the other. People move to Hawaii all the time, and they're gone in 6 months. They come on vacation. They're like, I'm going to live in Hawaii. And they get out here, and they go, oh, wait a minute, I have to get a job. Oh, wait, I have to get 2 jobs. And then they leave. Plus, Hawaii is just very different. It's isolating. To get out of Hawaii, it's 6 hours by plane just to get out of Hawaii, right? Before I moved to Hawaii, I had a friend living in Oahu. He said, oh, you moving to Hawaii? I said, yep. He says, you married? I said, yeah. He says, okay. He says, this is your idea to move to Hawaii, which it was. He says, your wife wants to go home, you can't let her not go home. Like, no matter what it takes, let her go home when she wants to go home. A little bit brighter up here than it was a little bit ago. We are almost to Kohala, not too far to go now. You can see the rough coastline here along the shore. The waves here hit the coast over and over and over as the years go by. And it carves out the very base of the cliff. It's called an exposure cave. And as these caves get larger and deeper, they can't support the weight above anymore. And the whole cliff comes crashing down, making a higher cliff and a smaller island. This is the Honoka'a power plant over here, the big white tanks and the stacks there. It's one of the oil burning plants. There is some geothermal, and there is some wind, there is some solar, but for the most part it's still burning oil. The first big valley coming up is going to be the Waipio Valley. You can drive to Waipio, and you can drive into Waipio, but without four-wheel drive, you're not getting out of Waipio. It's an extremely, extremely steep road. People live in Waipio mainly off the grid, no running water or electricity. At least not from the county anyway. It's a fairly calm day today on this side. Normally you got some white caps here in the ocean, but today it's fairly calm. It's like kind of a wacky winter weather. A lot of different wind directions. Our trade winds haven't really been blowing that much lately. A lot of cold winds coming down from the northwest. Kohala has some of the first permanent settlements of Hawaii here in these valleys. It's an older part of the island, a lot of topsoil, a lot of fresh water available in the valleys from the streams. King Kamehameha is from Kohala, born and raised in Kohala, raised in the Waipio Valley. Waipio is called Valley of the Kings. Many of the Ali'i class, or royalty class, of Hawaii were raised in the Waipio Valley. This is the largest black sand beach in the whole state of Hawaii here at Waipio. We got black sand, we got white sand, we got green sand here in Hawaii. Got red sand on Maui. Different minerals in the rock and different coral make different colors of sand. You can see the homes and the fields in there. Most of the fields are taro fields. You make poi from taro. You can have poi at a luau. We're not going to fly inside here and buzz these guys, get them all upset. So. we're going to fly to our landing site. Landing here very shortly. Then we'll take off from there and do a couple more valleys before heading back over to Waikoloa. When we land, I will shut the aircraft down again. Once we're all shut down, I will open the doors for you. Please watch your step in the air. There is some unlevel terrain. There are some wild boar out here as well, which I can leave behind little presents on the ground for you, so watch your step when walking around the ground. Don't venture too far away from the helicopter. I'll have the microphones off for landing once again, and I'll see you all on the ground.